Attends un peu.
Perfect.
All yours. The stage is all yours.
Okay, wonderful. So I received as a food blogger this So Veggie So Wise, the product at home many weeks ago. And at first, I think hopefully all of you got a package, so you're going to be able to replicate this recipe. One thing I can say is that very often I'm on your side of the Zoom meeting. So I decided, and we talked about it with Natalie, that yes, we could do a cook together kind of session, but it never seems to really work out, does it? Every time I've done it, it's like you're running around and the chef or whoever's hosting this is more prepared than you are, and you end up having a mess and not being able to listen to what's going on. Anyways, this recipe is so fast that you'll be done with this and you'll have time to do it before the end of lunch. So I received Veggie So Wise many weeks ago from Nata, and I was super surprised because it's the first vegetable protein that does not require refrigeration in Canada. This is really wonderful. What does it mean? Well, you have this package on shelves and grocery, not in the fridge section. And when you arrive home, you have many months to use it. And what happened is, because I came out with this book about camping and camping food and planning like the nomadic life and what to put in your fridge, like RV fridge or cooler, I know for a fact that real estate, when you're on mobile mode, really is something precious. So you don't want to have a huge kale, huge bunch of kale, for example, in your RV fridge, because it makes no sense. You'll have no place for everything else. So what I would invite you to do is, if you got the package, open it. So that will be the first part of your experience. So you take it like this. Voila. It's that easy. To me, this is super important because I don't have to run after scissors wherever I am using So Veggie So Wise. So that's, to me, was very important part of the experience. It seems silly because at home you always have scissors nearby, but in camping you have scissors. But in what container exactly are they again? You know what I mean. If you've done it, you know what I mean. Second part is I can put this in my RVs because we're not full-time campers. We have 15-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, who are starting to not want to come along anymore, but that means we don't travel for months at an end. We just go weekends and vacations and whatnot. So I can leave this in my RVs. I can leave it at home in my cupboard, and I know it's going to keep well, and it'll be ready to use if I want to make a recipe. Once it's open, I invite you to smell it. So it's got a very nice smell. It's almost like I would say celery and a little bit of spices, vegetable, like very easy to come by. And then it's ready to eat. It's ready to cook. It's ready to prepare. So if you want to try it, you'll see it's very bland in a good way. I love the texture of this. To me, this is midway between seitan, I don't know how you say seitan in English, but seitan, tempeh, and a bit firmer than tofu. So it's really, what we're going to use today are the veggie fillets, the filet, and the size of it makes it perfect to make sautés, kebabs, which we're going to make today. So you see the little kebabs that I made. So for sautés, for this recipe, could be like a beef stroganoff, could be a sandwich, like a Philly cheesesteak, but veggie. And so when I talk about the taste, what's important to me is that I turned around the packet. And as a mom, I was really happy because we try to eat less red meat. We try to integrate vegetable protein in our menus. But also sometimes those vegetable protein have a list like this of ingredients. To me, that's an issue. To me, I like to know what we're eating. We cook at home so much from scratch. It only has 5 ingredients, 2 of which are water and textured soy protein. You have miso, you have like a yeast extract. So it's nice and tasty, but it's not full of salt. There's only 80 milligrams of sodium per patch. So that means if you're going to be using this vegetable protein in a dish, you're probably going to add it to a sauce, or if you're making, I don't know, tacos, like a carne asada, but with vegetable protein, you can make any types of recipe. The salt and the taste is going to be in the sauce, but you still don't want this to have an aftertaste, which it doesn't. The texture is beautiful. So yeah, so in terms of my different roles as a mother, as a camper or a glamper, I really, really enjoy the way this is done. And it's a unique pasteurization process. So people were surprised, or like, how come this doesn't go in the fridge? So the company explained that it's a little bit like those Go Squeeze, you know, the fruit compotes that you can buy on shelf. They're stable, they're perfect to use. There is a date of puremption, so you have to follow that. But otherwise, once opened, it's not a huge size. It's perfect for two normally. Once open, if you have leftover, you can keep it in the fridge for 2-3 days. You can even freeze it. Although there's so many months that you can use this, that like this one in particular, I have until 2023 to use it. So I don't see why I would freeze it, but if you want to, you can freeze it. So how to cook this? So for the recipe today, again, I'm not going to go step by step on the ingredients because it's such an easy recipe. What I recommend is use maybe a large glass container or something high like this. You're going to add your soy sauce, your peanut butter that you got with your package, the rice vinegar. For the peppers, well, now you have them. One of my tips is I buy those in bunches and I keep them in the freezer whole like this, because nobody uses 10 hot peppers like this in a dish, right? So you'll always have too much. Just keep it in the fridge and they're fine to use. Add your pepper. If you like it extra spicy, keep the seeds. If you don't, remove the seeds. And then just use a hand mixer. Of course, you could use your Thermomix, a blender, and just for the sauce, it's that easy. My recommendation, if you're the type who likes sauce, if your kids love peanut butter sauce like mine do, like I do, double the quantity, because I'm going to use some too. So this is my sauce. It's ready. You can see it's a nice thickness. And now I prepared little bamboo skewers with the Veggie So Wise filet right away like this. I just put some sauce on them like this. If you're using like 2 sachets, for example, to make a meal for 4, you can even just put the sauce in a bowl, put all the filet Veggie So Wise with the sauce, and then do the skewers. I'm gonna start my pan. You can cook it just in a frying pan like this. One thing I've tried, you know, air fryers are all the rage, right? So I have this little like 2-level accessory for my air fryer. Depending on the model you have, if you have one, just look for something that fits. And it comes with mini skewers. So I've cooked these in my air fryer for 4 minutes at 400, 3-4 minutes, depending on your air fryer. They are gorgeous. Can you see? You see that? Doesn't it look good? So really amazed with the air fryer option. And once you're done, of course, you can add it to your recipe. Now I'm going to do my other 2 skewers with the sauce like this. I put some sesame oil in my pan. You can use grilled sesame or regular sesame. Grilled sesame is a bit more fragile to heat, but it's so tasty. So yeah, for you to decide. And now I just put it in my pan. Because the sauce has a bit of sugar in it. And by the way, you can put maple syrup instead of sugar. If you don't like sugar, that's what I did. I love with the maple syrup option. Both work really well. When there is sugar in a sauce, whether you're talking about the air fryer or your frying pan, this is not the time to take a phone call or go to do something in the house, because they tend to grill very, very fast. And then the way I prepared it for my family is that I cooked some rice noodles. So they're ready. I put them under some cold water, and I'm going to add some sesame oil. This is a recipe I used to make when I was, I'm hearing sizzling. Voila. recipe my mom used to make me when I was about younger than my kids' age. And I thought it was the best recipe in the world, and it's a little bit too easy to share on my blog, but there you go. So I added some grilled sesame oil, a bit of lemon juice. You can add the zest as well. I love the zest. I just toss it around with the juice and the oil. I serve this with, so I'll put this in my bowl. Shredded celery, shredded carrots. You could have edamame. You know, bowls are also all the rage. Everybody wants bowl of something these days. Sesame seeds. So, oh, not time to forget my thing. They're ready. Yeah, they are. Oh, so gorgeous. Look at that. Wow, huh? It grills so well. Anyways, so now a bit of my sesame seeds on top. My satays, vegan satays. I love it. You can add a bit of sauce. If you're like I said, we love the sauce in our family, so I add some in my bowl. Maybe on the side to dip my satays. More peanuts, crushed peanuts. And cilantro. And voila. The only issue with this is my kids are doing homeschooling today and I made only one. You like? Looks nice, no? So I think the proof is in the pudding, like they say. You have the product, test it out. You'll see. I love the way it's packaged, the way it's easy to use whenever. It's always at the ready. It's good for the emergency pantry. It's good for camping, of course. But I still have a few months to wait until I can get the Airstream out in the field. Right now, it's under about 3 feet of snow in the backyard. That's my hiding place because we work from home. But otherwise, that's it. So I don't know if you have any questions for Nathalie or myself. That's why we're here.
Yeah, please don't hesitate. If you want to, you can open your mic too if you want to ask Manon your question directly. We have a few more minutes. So as you see, we like when it's short and sweet. So we know your time is precious, but we'd like to hear, are you also, if you try to cook it. Oh, looks delicious and so easy. Thank you so much. Can't wait to complete the recipe. Thank you. Yeah, we had some great comments too. Some people did the recipe after your cooking class yesterday. Did you see?
I did, so tag us. Like
yes,
the noodles, you don't have the ingredients for the noodles. I just use stuff that you would have at home. It's a recipe of noodles that I do very often because it's just winter veggies and it's easy. But you do have the recipes and the ingredient for the satay, or you will have them if you haven't received yet. And you can serve it as you like, on a salad, in a bowl.
And if it happens that the package was outside your door and it froze, someone was asking the questions yesterday, just know that you can still use it, of course. But it's once the package is open, of course, you need to put it in the fridge. But otherwise, it's not a problem, really. But if you have any issues, let us know. And if you want more products, you want to try any specific recipe, let us know. And we'll be happy to answer any questions you may have, send you more products if you wish. You know where to find us, right? Thank you so much, Manon. It was so much fun.
It was my pleasure. I hope you got inspired. I hope you like it. Have a great Friday and a great weekend.
Thank you again, Manon. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You.